are us. I am Gus the Bus, alongside Fat Ninja. What's up? How you doing?
How you all doing there?
Feel good to be back.
Thanks for having me.
Thanks for having me. Um, yeah, didn't get to do a divisional round episode, but back since the wild card round, what did you think of those divisional games? It was interesting.
There were some good games.
There were some good games.
A couple of them could have went either way. I was kind of hoping the 49ers would have lost, but
That was a close game. Packers
go.
almost got it. Packers almost got it.
Almost.
And the Bucks came back against the Lions too.
Yeah, that was a lot closer than you thought it was going to be there for a while. But Baker Mayfield was he was good up until the end.
Yeah.
Good until the end.
Oh, jeez. That Bucks team though, they looked a lot better than I thought they were gonna, especially after they beat us, the Eagles.
He's playing for a contract. He's trying to make as much buck as he can.
That team likes him too.
And he's,
I thought he got a bad rap the last couple of years because when his downfall started in Cleveland, it was all because of his shoulder injury. It wasn't his throwing shoulder, but it still affects your throwing motion and everything. And then the following year, he gets healthy and you have to deal with that whole Odell Beckham. It's, he wants out, blah, blah, blah. Then he leaves there and he goes to the Panthers, who you see in this year, it's the worst team in the league.
That was a terrible decision to even go there because that whole organization is terrible right now. It needs to be revamped.
Yeah. It's crazy. They traded up last year to get the number 1 overall pick, and they gave the Bears is who they traded up with. We traded the Bears their first round pick for this year, which ended up being number 1 overall.
Right.
So the Bears have the number 1 overall pick, and I think the number 7 pick or something like that.
Are they going to take a quarterback?
I don't think so. I don't know. That's a big cut. That's a big talk. It's a big talk. Get closer when we get closer to draft time, talk about, number 1 overall odds. That's a big thing. Who's going to get drafted number 1 overall? See if the Bears even keep the pick. Do you think they keep it or do you think they trade it away? Well, first off, do you think they're going to keep Justin Fields or draft a quarterback?
Did they get a new coach?
No.
They
kept the coach, but they got new
coordinators. So, I mean, he's got talent, but it's the talent that they're looking for. I mean, you could take that kid from USC.
Oh, Caleb Williams.
Number 1. I mean, who would you rather have? Who would you rather have?
In the draft? There's a couple good quarterback prospects in this draft, but he is by far the number 1
the one
guy.
everybody wants.
Yeah, everybody wants.
Everybody.
They're talking before the season about tanking for him,
and they was talking of him staying and not coming out. But all the money they make now in college.
I think the real question is if you got to decide on if you want Justin Fields or not. If I was the Bears, I would keep Justin Fields. What he showed me in the second half of the season, he needs some more talent around him. So my question is, do they keep the pick? Do they trade it away? I think you get a big enough haul because somebody's gonna.
Yeah, you can get 10 guys for 1.
You can get at least 5 first-round picks and more.
Not a lot of people remember, but when the Dallas Cowboys built their dynasty with Troy Aikman and Irving, they traded away Herschel Walker.
Yeah,
Minnesota Vikings for 5
picks.
first-round picks. I think it was 12 picks altogether, which is
and a lot of those picks crazy. But I think if the Bears do decide to trade away that pick, they could get
They could build a lot of the team around him to make him successful.
Because you got to think of very, very quarterback needy teams who are willing to get rid of that draft capital. There's a couple of teams I feel like that could do it. You can look at the Commanders trying to jump up a couple spots, the Patriots trying to jump up a couple spots. The Giants, they're going to need a quarterback. Them winning at the end of the year really screwed them up.
There's a few teams out there that could definitely use a quarterback that it's already might be NFL ready.
Real question is, do the Cardinals trust Kyler Murray?
No,
they got a ton. They got the 4th overall
Dolphins
pick.
Trust
Tua? Oh, yeah, absolutely. Tua was a stud this year.
All right. I mean, there's question marks out there for different teams.
Yeah. The playoff performance wasn't very good for him.
Yes. Well, he played in cold Kansas City, and you're going against Kansas City, Patty Holmes and Andy Reid.
Yeah.
I mean, that's a good duo right there. Right.
So I think if I was the Bears, I would trade away that pick, get a haul for him.
I would
You
too.
still have a top 10 pick in your own pick, but I'm thinking out of all the teams that are going to trade up, you could still get a top 10 pick. Like I said,
They could trade either one of them picks and still get a haul.
yeah. No, well, maybe not their second first round pick. Their first pick for sure.
They could trade it away, the first round pick, and get, I don't know, a couple thirds, a couple twos,
Yeah,
and maybe a couple players
I think
involved.
at that point, if you're going to trade away the first overall pick, get a haul for that. You keep that second pick and you just go the best
And it
player
depends on who you
available.
traded to and what pick they're gonna willing to trade
Yeah,
you.
because there's like I said, there's
I mean,
talks
there's
of like
teams that want to move up 3 spots.
yeah, like the Commanders. I think they have the second overall pick.
And
They
they're
could
gonna
jump up one.
and they're gonna
You have
need
the
quarterback.
Patriots, who are the third overall pick. You know they're going to want a quarterback.
Right,
They
so
can jump
you
up
give
2
me your
spots.
first, I give you mine, and you give me this.
I'm trying to think of other teams that could be like very quarterback. Some sneaky ones, I think maybe like the Falcons. They don't have a
Yeah,
quarterback. They
yeah.
need a quarterback.
They
They
just
got the
got-
guys around them. They
They
have
just got a
top.
coach.
They just got a coach, and you look at their offense. They have a top wide receiver pick.
Tight
They have,
end.
they have a top tight end pick, and they have a top running back. They have Bijan at the running back, Kyle Pitts at tight end,
Right.
Drake London at wide receiver.
Yeah, so they
You
got
throw in a young quarterback
quarterback.
in there with a coach that can teach them all. Man, that Falcons team could be scary.
Yeah, I don't know what pick they have, but it's gotta
Falcons.
be in
I
the
think
top
it's
10.
no. I think it's like it might be like 10 or like 12 or something like that because they were on the edge of like the playoffs, but they weren't that close. So I think it's like 10 teams. But
Playoff time, we'll have to listen to Mel Kiper and see what he tells us.
draft time,
Yeah,
not playoff time.
I
We're
mean,
we're
draft
in playoff
time.
time now.
Playoff time now. Playoff football.
Mel Kiper. You like Mel Kiper?
No,
You don't like Mel Kiper?
no.
Oh God.
I don't know if any of his picks ever come through. I'd like to see his percentage. I'm sure it's not very high.
He talked. I know the famous spiel he talked about Trent Dilfer. Like Trent Dilfer, he won a ring, but like
It was
because
the
of
Ravens
Yeah, it
defense.
was the Ravens
It was
defense.
Ray Lewis's defense. Just don't go make no mistakes and just go keep the ball in our hands. And who was a running back then?
I don't know.
Was
I
it
don't even,
Rice?
I don't know.
What-
No, it wasn't Ray Rice.
No,
I don't know any of their offensive players besides Trent Dilfer.
okay.
I only know their defense,
Yeah. Well,
and I barely know some of them. That was too young for me. What was that?
Yeah.
2001.
it was a while ago. But we got some good games this weekend.
Yeah, we do. Let's look at them. Let's
Um,
look at them. So
The first game is
Chiefs at the Ravens. That's the first game. Interesting to have that game first. I feel like that would be the better game out of the two.
that's the
Obviously,
West
with the
Coast
lines.
game. That's why.
It's not a West Coast game.
No, the 49ers is a West Coast game. So
Yeah, but they can
they
make
cater
it.
to the TV audience. But
Hmm.
how about Patrick Mahomes playing in a championship game on the road?
First time ever for him.
First time. How's he going to fare in hostile territory? Because Baltimore is a very hostile town to play in.
Yeah, it is.
It's like Philly's little brother.
So looking at just the spread, money line totals, we're gonna get into like same game parlays,
I
different
would-
stuff like that. But just for the spread, money line, who you like, different games.
I'm taking Kansas City because I think it's gonna come down to a field goal. And if you're giving me 4.5 points, I take 4.5. I'm winning that game.
It's weird to see
Because they
too. Like
lose.
the opening line, I think last week started at 2.5, and it's already bumped up all the way to 4.5 now for the Ravens.
Yeah.
So I don't know about that. Maybe I guess because there's a lot of money going on the Ravens at the time with the 2.5, so they had to keep bumping up the line. But some people don't believe it, but I always say Vegas knows something.
Yeah, they're not in the business of losing money, that's for sure.
They want to.
That's why they had them half a points to get you. That's that, you know.
4.5 though. That's an interesting one. That
I
sounds
think
like
it's gonna be a field goal. I think who has the ball last is gonna kick that field goal and win that game.
who's gonna have the ball last. Who's gonna?
That's all it comes down to. I don't know.
But with the spread though, you like the Chiefs.
I would take the Chiefs with the spread.
You don't know.
I don't know who's gonna win this game because it's gonna be a great matchup between the two quarterbacks. They both run, both throw, and they've got a lot of talent around them. They both got good coaches.
Yeah.
Both, I mean, Harbaugh is part of Andy Reid's coaching tree.
Yeah.
That's where he got started.
Oh yeah, and I don't think
He was Andy
I think I
Reid's
saw a
special
stat.
teams
I
coach.
saw a stat too that Andy Reid's predecessors, none of them have beat him in the playoffs yet.
And there's a reason.
There's a reason.
I
Taught him
taught you
everything.
everything you know, but not everything I know.
All right.
And then, you got, I don't know, how many points? 44 and a half?
That's a tough one because both defenses are really good.
And both offenses are really good. So
Chiefs are sputtering, but they can put up points whenever they want. Ravens offense is just
they're average.
Lamar Jackson is just crazy.
And they got the tight end coming back.
I forgot about that. Yeah.
Tight end coming back, and he hasn't played in, I don't know, what, 6 weeks, 7 weeks, something like that.
Since like week 13, 14,
something like that. So, he's going to be involved. It's going to
44 and a half. That's a good number. I feel like that's a great number for Vegas because it could be
a half point could really turn the table.
Because I could see like a 23-22 game or 23-21, 24-20.
17-20.
Yeah, something like that. Could be a close one.
It could be
a close one.
I think it's going to be.
I'd probably have to agree with you. I don't really know who's going to win this game. I think it's also going to come down to field goal. But where the money started at with 2.5, it's gone all the way up to 4.5. I think maybe a lot of money's going on Baltimore and Vegas don't like that, so they're jumping up the odds.
Yeah.
So you're getting more money on Kansas City. So at 4.5, I do like Kansas City with you.
Okay.
Who's going to have the ball last, though? That's the key. I think it's whoever wins the turnover battle, too. Everybody says that, but I think this game, especially because both offenses can score, both defenses can stop. It's about who can get that turnover at that crucial moment, I feel like.
And, field position, all that. If you can make a couple stops and you can swing that field position your way, it's going to make a big difference.
We're looking at the Detroit Lions San Francisco Niners game. That's another line which it's interesting. I think it opened up originally at like 5.5, 6.5.
7 last night.
Now it's already at 7.5. I feel like I know the Niners are going to be favored because they're one of the top teams in the whole league this year. But to have a conference championship game where both teams are fully healthy and both teams are playing hot, to have it at 7.5, I think is just kind of disrespectful for the Lions.
And they have a good defense.
They have a great defense. Well, not a great defense, but
they have a good defense.
Yeah, they got a good.
They have a good offensive team. They have a quarterback that's been there. Compared to Brock Purdy, who's using the talent around him to make him successful to be who he's being. But you rattle him, you might get to him.
Yeah, and they got the guys to get to him like Aiden Hutchinson.
I'm
thinking I remember seeing something. Let me see if I could still find it. Because FanDuel, they have all these different props and stuff. So I was looking defensive props, and they have a thing where people can get prescribed. Aiden Hutchinson -120 to rack a sack.
I think he's gonna get one.
Yeah, that obviously FanDuel thinks he's gonna get one too. I think I saw some. I think he has like 3 sacks in the playoffs so far this year, which is the most out of any player in the playoffs.
Yeah, and he's
for a first-time player in the playoff. Well, not a first-time player, but going into your playoffs for the first time. That's the cool feat.
That's a second-year player too.
Yeah.
And
go blue, go blue. Champions.
They're playing at a high level, and like I said, this is the farthest they've gotten in 1991, something like that. Might even be before that.
Well, they've never gone to a conference championship game.
So take that, that's an emotion that they're gonna use to their advantage.
So I forget who I was talking to, but I was talking to somebody, and we were talking about how he doesn't believe the Lions are going to get it done because, they've never been able to get it done. They're going to keep going drought and blah, blah, blah. But I thought about it and I go, man, if I saw the Chicago Cubs win a World Series, if the Cubs can win a World Series and the Red Sox can win a World Series, anybody can do anything. I saw us win a Super Bowl. Damn it.
Yeah.
So why not now for the Lions?
You can see anything in any given Sunday. And I think that kid's going to have a big game just for the fact that he's playing for his hometown team, basically, and he doesn't want to let them down. He's gonna go out there and put everything on the line.
From the area, went to Michigan, didn't grow up a Detroit fan though.
No,
No.
I,
I told you this before. Do you remember who he? Yeah, you do. Come on, think about it. Think about it hard.
Patriots.
Bingo.
It's Tommy
Tom Brady, yeah.
Yeah, yeah.
Because his dad played with Tom, I think, for like a year or something
He
at
was on the
Michigan.
'93 team, and I
Oh,
think
what happened? We lost it. We lost it. Sorry. We got the
yeah,
iPod that
his
shut
dad was on
down.
the '93 team. I'm not sure if he was on the '96 team. He might have been. I don't remember.
But he could have helped him recruit him in.
Oh, I'm sure. Yeah, no, he wanted to follow in his father's footsteps. Never left Michigan.
Yeah. Well, I was saying about his dad helping maybe recruit Tom Brady in.
Yeah, maybe.
Think about it.
But yeah, I think
That's a little cheeky one you
now
could
they're
look
talking
at.
about Nicky Bosa going up against their big offensive lineman.
Yeah, what's Nick Bosa's at? Minus 178. So he's got even better, well, not better odds for us, but they think he's got a better
Chance to
chance
get
of
one.
getting a sack. Yeah. Because the Lions, they got a really good offensive line. They have that young tackle you were talking about. I'm not sure which side they're going to put Nick Bosa on, but if they try to match up against Penei Sewell, he's one of the best young right tackles in the game right now.
Yeah, yeah. Yeah, he is.
Yeah. So that game's
But
gonna
then
be.
you look like yardage and who's going to score touchdowns and
Mhm. We're about to get in that.
receiving
We're about to
yards and
get into that.
rushing
We're about to
yards.
get in that right now, actually. So let's take a look at the Kansas City Chiefs versus the Baltimore Ravens. If this thing could load. Oh, geez, Louise. Technical difficulties. What is going on? What is going on? I don't know what's going on. Do you know what's going on?
I have no idea.
You definitely don't. You're terrible with technology.
I'm just here.
All right, here we go. Now we got it. Same game parlay for the Chiefs versus the Ravens. So I know you got your little notes over
A
there,
little cheat sheet.
your little cheat sheet. So pull that cheat sheet out.
Okay.
Let's talk about what you like in this game.
Um,
And we're gonna go one by one, and you're gonna
well,
really
you're gonna the Brock Purdy. Last week he played in the rain. Had a hard time holding the ball with a glove on, glove off, blah blah blah. I think he's going to throw over yardage.
over yardage. Okay. Well, first off, that's the wrong game we're talking about.
Oh, what game we talking
We're
about?
talking about
Oh,
the
the
Chiefs
Ra-
versus the
okay.
Ravens.
My bad.
Oh, that's great.
All
Jump
right.
in the gun.
Yeah.
You want me to skip this and go?
No. I think you got Kelsey going to have. He's going to have over five receptions.
Okay. So get you all back in the zone.
Yeah.
You know? Do you want to? Well, first off, do you want to parlay this with the Chiefs?
Oh,
Spread?
definitely.
Definitely. So we're gonna just add that on. All right. My bad. My bad. And you said you liked.
Kelsey over 5.5. I
Oh,
think that was they were giving him.
let's see. Let's see. Where is it? Where is it? 5.5. Here we go. Here we go. Yeah, it is 5.5. So over, and they got the odds at like they think he's definitely getting over.
Oh, he's going to have a
5.5.
big game.
Yeah. So,
Especially with his brother in the house.
so
And
explain.
his girl.
Okay, so his brother in the house, his girl.
Yeah.
Who's gonna be more entertaining? You think?
Oh, his brother's pretty entertaining. He's pretty entertaining.
The best is obviously we love him. So
Yeah.
they showed a clip of like Kylie Kelsey talking about like him at the game. He's like, oh, he desperately wanted to go through a table when he was hanging out with the Bills Mafia. But the best is him showing him like drinking the beers outside. You could see her in the background just going like, oh God.
He told her he was going to do it.
Yeah.
But yeah, I would definitely take him with the over yard. I mean,
Over in the total receptions.
Yeah.
Okay. What else you feeling in this game?
Um,
Look at your little cheat sheet. Little cheat sheet.
you got Kansas City 4.5.
Yes, we do.
Chelsea 5.
Mm-hmm.
Ravens quarterback Lamar
Yeah.
definitely going to score a rushing touchdown.
Okay. Anytime touchdown for Lamar.
I
Let's check
definitely
and see
think
where
this
this
kid's going to
is.
get in.
Here we go. Touchdown scores. Lamar. Ooh. Anytime. He's got pretty. They give him good odds
You get one?
to get one. It's not great, but Lamar Jackson plus 110 to get an
Okay.
anytime touchdown.
All right.
I think he has probably the best odds besides like Maybe
Mahomes.
probably Christian McCaffrey on the other game.
Oh
but
yeah,
he's definitely got the biggest one in this game.
And then you got Rice over 58.5 yards, I think it is.
Rashee Rice.
Yeah,
Okay. You think big passing game for
Lamar.
Lamar? Okay. Or Patrick, I mean?
Yeah.
Yeah. Rashee Rice, obviously.
I'm sorry. Yeah, yes.
You just all this combined right now.
Yes, yes.
Yeah, what is it?
Yes,
Yes. Yes. All right, where is it? Why they put it at the bottom? All right, player receiving yards. Here we go. Rashee Rice. He's got 60 and a half on here. Is that
Well,
what you got?
60 and a half. They had him at 58.5, so they bumped
Ooh,
that
they
up.
bumped him up a little bit. Think
you're gonna have a good game then?
You're not asking me. I'm asking you about your part.
I think he's gonna have a
You
good
think
game.
he's gonna have a good game, so you're gonna go with the over the 60 and a half.
Yep.
Kind of one of the guys that's emerging as Patrick Mahomes' top receiver since Tyreek Hill left.
Yes. And then you got,
Yes.
like a guy like Flowers, and you got Odell
On the other side.
on the other side.
Yeah.
I mean, who do you throw the ball to? Either one of them.
You got Mark Andrews coming back already.
Yeah.
So is that anybody else on your parlay you liking?
I had Odell catching, well, I forget how many yards or how many receptions. It was 3 or under.
Got him at 2.5 now.
2.5.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Got him under or over?
Over.
Got him over.
I think he's gonna get more than 2.5.
Think he's gonna get 2.5? You think he's gonna get 3 catches?
Yeah. He's got speed. He got hands.
Yeah.
I think
You got a nice little same game parlay going.
Yeah.
So take a look at it. You got the Kansas City Chiefs with the spread plus 4.5. Travis Kelce over receptions at 5.5. That line is Lamar Jackson an anytime touchdown score. Rashee Rice, receiver for the Chiefs, over 60.5 receiving yards. And Odell Beckham over with his receptions at 2.5. Good parlay, 5-leg parlay. $10 win you better vocabulary. $296.
There you go.
That's a nice little 5-leg parlay.
Sign me up.
Sign you up. Right, interesting. Well, I also like the Chiefs at plus 4.5. We talked about it. I think it's gonna be a field goal game at most. Touchdown score. I also like Lamar Jackson with you. I think he's gonna get in the end zone. My touchdown score for the Chiefs, though, obviously they're going to score. Isaiah Pacheco, the hard running back for the Chiefs, runs like he's got cement on his legs, always stomping, it looks like. He's an aggressive runner. But I think Isaiah Pacheco is going to score. I think there's going to be a point. Chiefs get down into the 5-yard line. Got to run the ball. Run the ball. Smash mouth football. Yeah, I am going also with you, though, with Travis Kelce's catches. I think he's going to get over 5.5. And looking at a Baltimore Raven, not Odell, but I think Zay Flowers, 4.5 catches for him. I think he can get over that.
Yeah.
I think he can definitely get over that.
He's been lights out.
He's been he's also, we talked about Rashee Rice emerging for the Chiefs. Talk about a guy emerging for the Ravens who have just been picking receiver after receiver after receiver in the draft, finally getting one right.
He's good. It's a
cool name too, Zay Flowers. It's got a cool name. Plus, he's got my favorite number 4.
There you go. Anything else for you?
No, I think I'm also liking the 5-leg parlay, same game parlays. You don't want to go too crazy. You want to get enough legs in there to make it enough,
enough worthwhile.
Enough worth for your wild. So I got Kansas City Chiefs plus 4.5. Lamar Jackson, anytime touchdown scorer. Isaiah Pacheco, anytime touchdown scorer. Travis Kelce over receptions at 5.5. And Zay Flowers over receptions at 4.5. So thinking almost kind of the same thing here, you and me. $10 bet for this one, $245. So nice little same game parlay. And now going to the game, you were very anxious for. You were ready for it. Detroit Lions at San Francisco. So looking at this same game parlay, let's start it. What do you like?
Well, I told you it was the
taking the Lions,
obviously, with the spread.
7.5. I feel like that's just cheeky money.
Right. And then, you got Brock Purdy going over passing yards.
Passing yards. What's his line at? What did you see it at?
236, I think it
Oh, you were
was.
nowhere near close. It's 275, bud.
Oh, they might have bumped it up then.
A lot. That's a lot.
That's a lot.
That's a lot. You still liking the over?
Yeah, I think he's gonna
That's
throw.
almost a 300-yard passing game.
Yeah, I think he's gonna light it up.
Okay. All right. Over the yards,
And then
275.
you got
I'm intrigued though to look. Jared Goff, his yardage is at 256.
yeah,
He can throw for a 300-yard game.
Yeah.
Easily.
he has,
Yeah.
but they give up a lot of sacks.
No problem.
Then you got McCaffrey.
Christian McCaffrey. All right.
Yeah, he's definitely gonna get the ball out of the backfield.
So what do you got for him? Rushing yards?
I want to say that he's gonna have over 35 rushing yards, or receiving yards. I mean,
Over 35 receiving yards. So let's see what so he's got so the line on here hasn't really changed. 34 and a half.
34 and a half.
So you think you're liking the over?
Oh,
You know,
yeah.
nice little screen
I think
pass.
they use him a lot in different ways.
They do, and he's one of their best receivers. So
Guy can run out of the backfield, catch out of the backfield,
white chocolate
blocks. He does it all, man.
does it all. All right.
And then you
Anything
got I think he's gonna get a rushing touchdown also.
I like that a lot. You know, he is just a scoring machine for this Niners defense. And yeah,
I mean, he could actually
minus money for that. So Vegas thinks he's
definitely
definitely,
get one.
which obviously we all think that too.
And then the 49ers, they had an extra day's rest for, we getting treatment, getting practice, getting this, getting that. That's gonna come into a factor too. So I think the 49ers are gonna have another big play by Kittles.
George Kittle, what's his receiving yards at? Let's see. You liking the receiving yards or you like the catches?
Catches.
You like the catches. Okay.
Kind of like I
let's
did with
see.
Travis Kelce.
So let's see what's his at. George Kittle, 4.5. You think he's
I
gonna get
think
5 catches?
I think he's gonna get 5.
All right, let's do it. So nice little 5-leg parlay. He's got Detroit Lions at plus 7.5 with the spread. Brock Purdy over 275 passing yards. Christian McCaffrey over 34.5 receiving yards. Also CMC anytime touchdown scorer. And George Kittle over 4.5 receptions. So 5-leg parlay, $10 on this one. Only gonna win you $94. You know,
Yeah,
definitely a different game than the other game betting wise, but still a good payout.
yeah.
So
And I was thinking about Debo, but I don't know if he's actually playing. They haven't.
he's hurt, isn't he?
He
went
was hurt, and I wasn't sure if he was going to play.
It's going to be a big time for the Niners.
I didn't want to touch that part.
Big time. So I'm also liking the spread with the lines with you. Think it's going to be a close game. To have that line so big, it's kind of, I feel like, disrespectful. Also going to have CMC an anytime touchdown. Going to look at some Detroit Lions anytime touchdowns, though. Jahmyr Gibbs, the running back for the Lions, the first-round pick. Everybody thought they shouldn't have picked him too high. Emerged as one of the best young running backs in the game.
And their tight end's very good. Laporta.
Laporta, yeah. He's coming back from an injury. So going down to the passing yards. Oh, that's passing touchdowns, passing yards. I'm going to go a little bit opposite. We're going to finally be fighting on one. I'm going under Brock Purdy passing yards.
Okay.
I think he's going to have over 230, 240.
250.
But that's 280. That's almost a 300-yard passing game. I think that's just, it's kind of going to be tough for him. So I'm going to go the under passing yards for Brock Purdy. Excuse me. And then rushing yards, Christian McCaffrey, 86.5 rushing yards. That's a big number. But I think he's going to have a monster game. I think he's going to at least get 100 rushing yards.
Wow.
I think he's going to do it.
And then with the receiving yards also?
Yeah, I think he's going to have over 200 scrimmage yards. Yeah. He's, especially if Debo's going to be out. Yeah.
Okay.
So
they're going to run the offense through him.
Looking at mine, Detroit Lions plus 7.5 with the spread. CMC, anytime touchdown scorer. Jahmyr Gibbs, anytime touchdown scorer. Brock Purdy, under passing yards, 275. And Christian McCaffrey, over 86.5 rushing yards. So that has been our parlays for the conference championships. Follow along. We'll be posting our bets on Twitter, all of our social medias. Yeah. You excited for these games?
Can't wait.
Can't wait. All right. Hopefully we can win some money too as well. But yeah, I have been Gus the Bus Barber. Thank you for my father joining me, Fat Ninja. He's going to be on much more. Gives great intake, and he wins some bets here and there. So
Appreciate it.
Follow us on all social media. And yeah, let's win some money. Gamblers are us. Have a good one, folks.
Peace.